always instinctive, and the only difference between social selling and how selling is being adopted on the social platform is that on the base of that instinct, there is a science being put on. So it remains to have, it continues to have the personal aspect. However, it also has some science behind it, which helps you understand, have a conversation or engage, and then be able to close leads offline perhaps. So it's part art and part science. The basis of social selling is great content, but there is a fundamental challenge there, and the fundamental challenge is that it's very difficult to produce scalable content across the sales team on a constant basis. How do you produce that? Do you have a central hub which gives content to all its spokes, or do you have an enabling platform which allows the sales professionals to create that content on a consistent basis? I think that's a question which organizations need to answer. If you're able to make the wise call, which for me is you have to be an enabler, you have to be, you have to empower your sales professionals to be able to create, curate, publish, analyze on a consistent basis. That's the only scalable solution to my mind. It's a phenomenal question, and it's a tough question to answer. In our experience, and we've been trying to, get very big sales organizations to adopt social selling, and we're talking in numbers of thousands. What we've seen is that there are 2 or 3 fundamental steps that you have to undertake. The first is you have to demonstrate the proof of the pudding. If the sales guy out there or the sales teams are able to see that there is fundamental benefit in them adopting it, there is a higher propensity for them to engage in this particular training. Once you've encountered and you've sort of crossed the first step, which is of making them aware and making them understand the value of the proposition, the second thing is to train and empower them. How are you able to drive a scalable training model which is not so complex that it becomes difficult to scale and is not as effective? So you need a scalable, effective model of empowering them, of training them. Once you have countered that, the third is how do you drive adoption? How do you get them to adopt social selling on a day-to-day basis? Because let's remember, just like selling is not a one-off process, similarly, social selling is a continuous process which you have to engage in on a daily or regular basis. So, to my mind, these are the 3 steps to ensuring that institutions are able to adopt social selling across geographies, across sales teams, across business verticals, and to make it a success.